welcome back to Planet Kelly. If you hear the audio a little bit different, I am kind of sitting by my back patio. I'm house sitting and the dog loves to be outside when it is nice. So I also wanted to take advantage of the weather. If you hear some birds chirping in our audio today, just take it as a sign that you needed some relaxation in your life. I wanted to start by saying that I have had a really hard time getting myself to record recently, and we've had a couple family members that have had some health issues, and we had a new baby that came into the family, and I feel like we've just really been soaking those things up and like really helping out our family when we can. So as well as my wife also went away for work for 2 weeks, so I was solo with my dog, who is absolutely insane. But I was just trying my best and keeping it together. I feel like nobody really ever has it all together, and I definitely don't want to put up the front that I do, because I sure as hell don't. I've been wanting to show up today, even though I feel like I haven't recently. I know I'm only doing audio today. I wanted to kind of address that. I'm not sure if it's a mental game for me that I've been having anxiety where I can get ready. I can completely, do my hair, do my makeup, put on whatever I'm wearing, probably sweats, but put my outfit on, set up the podcast studio, turn on all the lights, put on the podcast or the tripod, and I can have it all set up. And I don't know why it is so hard for me to just sit down and press record, but I have just been getting so nervous recently about that, and it has really just stopped me from wanting to sit down and record. And I really do want to put out some audio. I really do want to be consistent about this. And if that is that I'm going to start doing audio again for the next little bit, however long that is, then that's what we're going to do, because I just want to make sure that I am showing up for myself, showing up for you guys. I really do want to put my best foot forward with this podcast. It does mean a lot to me, and I think the only thing that is holding me back is me. So I really needed to step in and get that under control. Sorry, I had to take a second real quick and make sure that everything was on airplane mode, so none of them calls come through. Anyways, I feel like I haven't had a whole lot to talk about, but I'm trying my best. Maddie was gone for 2 weeks. We can talk about that. She had to go to a training in Tennessee for work, and it was nice. It just kind of sucked because they had to share rooms there. Like, it's like dorm setup situation. And so it just kind of sucked because we didn't really get to talk as much on the phone as we'd like to. And I don't know, it just kind of sucked. I would have rather been able to talk to her every night about her day. And it's just kind of like quick 5 to 15 minute phone calls here and there. So that was kind of hard, but I felt like it was really good for the both of us. I feel like she really got into a routine that she enjoys with exercising. They had to work out a lot there. It makes sense. It was a fitness class, but still. So I feel like she really just changed her mindset of like, I want to eat better. I want to do better, And so I also was trying to do that while she was gone. On the days that we had some nicer weather, I tried to take myself for a walk. Anyway, so yeah, she was out of town, and yeah. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I had to get situated with the dog. God dang. Anyway, I feel like I just realized that I kept waiting until I feel ready, like I was physically put together, like, looking nicer or whatever, made everything visually aesthetic, and like that just was putting so much pressure on this. And I feel like I really did do better when I was able to just sit in my car or, do it from wherever instead of sitting in a studio, because that room really holds me back with the neighbor dogs next door to us who never shut the absolute fuck up. And there's like 4 of them. I don't know, randomly they just fucking multiply. I'm like, what is happening back there? Like, they're dogs, not fucking bunnies. Oh my God, they're so annoying. They bark at us every time we go in and out of the house. Like, so fucking annoying. But yeah, so this is me today just hitting record and trying to commit to 2 minutes instead of a perfect episode. I know that I want to do better for myself and for you guys, and I want to see this podcast grow, and I am really excited to have guests on. And I was talking on TikTok that that's one thing that has really been also holding me back. or not holding me back, but the fear in my head is that I'm like, yeah, I want to have this person on the podcast, but like, bitch, you don't even sit down and do the shit. So like, you need to fucking get in the room and do the podcast. So I just really want to be more consistent. And if that means we're showing up audio, then that's what we the fuck are doing today. So thanks for listening to me figure this out in real time. I really appreciate that. Wow. You know that I had to pull up my notes app so that I could double back on the shit that's happened. Randomly, I have no problem writing it down, obviously, but having a problem hitting record. But we'll figure that out. Anyways, I wrote down a bunch of shit, so I'm just gonna fucking ramble off. I started with Nordstrom Rack sunglasses. Girl, if you don't fucking buy your sunglasses from Nordstrom Rack, what are you doing? Like, I've only bought 2 pairs from there, but the 2 pairs that I've bought from there are designer and they're fire. I have a Tom Ford pair and I have a Gucci pair, and the Tom Ford I'm waiting to come in the mail. So fucking stoked for that. However, the Gucci ones I've wanted for fucking 5 ever. I saw Avery Woods have them like, I don't know, a couple years ago, and I was like, yeah, I need those. But in store, they're like $500. Online, they're like 400 and something. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm never going to get those. And my fairy godfather, that's what I should call him, Train, he one day I think it was for my birthday maybe. Anyways, he ended up leaving them here at the house when I came to house sit. They were on the counter all set out nicely with the Gucci box, and like it just was so cute. Anyway, but absolutely fucking love those. They are my whole personality. I wear them in like every video. I wear them every day. They're incredible. Anyways, but yeah, Nordstrom Rack, you need to go there and look for some fucking sunglasses. They have some that aren't designer that are like, you know, $15, $17, just like Target, but they have like cuter designs. So check that out. Anyway, I also have recently wanted to get into sewing, which seems kind of weird, but I really wanted an embroidery machine. And there are sewing machines that are also embroidering featured on there, like they're dual or whatever. And I just have not like really pulled the plug. I think there's one that's like a good starter one, but it's still like $500, $600 maybe. And then the other one is like a mortgage payment. So I'm not going to be purchasing that one anytime soon. But I have really just I was like, I feel like I would just love to do that. So that way, you know, when we buy all the cute little, like when I buy kids clothes and stuff for birthday parties, like for my niece and nephew or other kids' birthday parties that we go to and stuff, like I grab them all those shits from fucking Target or Walmart that are like $4 a top, $4 a bottom. Like those are fire. I don't give a fuck. But they usually are just so boring and basic and like, or they're super fucking busy with terrible patterns. But I have really wanted an embroidery machine because I'm like, that would just be so much cuter to be able to embroider it with whatever, or say whatever, or write their name, or have it just be like a little bit more customized to them. And I just felt like that would just be such a fun hobby. I just haven't really gotten into that whole situation. So also looking into that, another influencer I follow on TikTok, her name's Maddie Page. I absolutely love her. She is like a thrifting queen and her hair is fucking iconic. Like it's mermaid hair, swear to God. It's literally like, I'm pretty sure she just got it cut not too long ago, or trimmed, but it was like past her ass. So like, we love that. I have to pay for these inches. Okay. So grateful that you do not have to pay for those because your shit is just mermaid flowing. It is fire. Anyways, but she is putting on a sewing class, like a little get together for her followers and stuff. And I really wish that I can make it. I'm not going to be in Arizona until the 21st, I think, of May. And the little event is on the 15th. So I'm really sad that I can't make it to that. But once I move there, I'll be able to go to every event. So it's fine. What else? Oh my God, there's just so much drama. I haven't even got on here. I haven't talked about anything on my podcast about any pop culture situation. So right now, most recently is the whole Alex Cooper, Alex Earl drama. I hate that we are pinning women against each other, even if they don't like each other? Why are we trying to tear them down for what? Like, they're both successful ass fucking women. Who gives a fuck? Like, they had some beef. Move on. Do you know how many fucking people there are in the world? And like, the Jeffstein files, those motherfuckers are out, and we're worried about ALiX and ALeX. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Like, that's crazy. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Like, I feel like I'm a fan of Alex Earl. I think she's fun, entertaining, whatever. I follow her. But, like, also love Alex Cooper, obviously. Like, we know I'm a fucking Daddy Gang stan, okay? And the whole bullshit, I wasn't a listener way back in the Dizzy when they did a whole, like, Sophia Franklin and Alex Cooper duo. I wasn't around for that. So, like, I don't give a fuck about the beef because it literally, I wasn't around for that. So, like, moving on. But now this is the new that, which is just as annoying, but whatever. Anyways, I think the whole theories are kind of fun to watch, but in all honesty, the only people that know what the fuck happened are them. So I just think we all need to move on and get our shit together and, touch grass or something. Also, the whole Secret Lives of Mormon Wives drama with Marciano and Jessi. And Jessi getting it. I was so excited for her to be on Call Her Daddy. And of course, Jordan filed before that, which whatever, she wouldn't, I think that means she doesn't have to pay a certain amount, like alimony money or something like that. I don't know. I don't know shit about that. But anyway, I was excited that she was going to be on Call Her Daddy. Listen to that full episode. That was great. I was very shocked randomly when she said something about, has anybody like been there for you through this whole situation? And she's like, yeah, Chase, Miranda's ex-husband. And I was like, wait, what? And then like 3 days later, it came out that they kissed or something. And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. He's there for you. Totally understand. Love that. And honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion. I like Chase. I like Chase. I think he's entertaining. I think he's good for TV. Their whole family, it has great genetics, like they all look great. Like they are made for TV or the runway or something. But he's toxic, but like, so is every man. I love that he's getting close to Harry Jowsey now because he's like, I don't know how you're just like, you're a girl's guy. He's like, I'm trying to be a girl's guy. I love that. I don't know. I just think that he's trying to make all of his wrongs right. So as seen on social media and TV, okay? I don't personally know these fucking people, so don't fucking come for me. But I love that he said that he thinks that he thinks that Macy and Michaela should start a podcast and call it Mom Talk, but not MOMTOK, MOMTALK. I thought that was funny. I was like, wow, that's actually a good fucking idea. Somebody needs to get on that. I was like, that's a good line for a fucking podcast. Not bad. Anyway, but since that had happened, Chase had kissed Jessi. Jessi ended up sending flowers to Miranda about the whole situation, and she posted about it, and it was just like, it's happening in real time. It's crazy that you get to see regardless that the fucking cameras are shut off. Also, I'm not going to speak on that whole Taylor Frankie Paul situation with Dakota Mortensen because I didn't watch the video. I haven't seen the video. All I've seen is everybody else's reaction to the video. I have not taken it upon myself to look it up and watch that because everybody said that it was hard to watch, so I didn't feel like I needed to. I won't be saying anything further about that except that I hope that the kids are okay. That's all I know. Anyway, let's move on. What is next on my shit? Oh my God, yes. So I really want to get the Go Wild pass for Frontier Airlines because we decided that I wanted to do that if we were going to stay in Nebraska. So the deal was that we were going to possibly stay in Nebraska and we were going to try to like get another Airbnb out in Arizona because the house that we have, well, not we, but Train, is booked a lot of the time, or there's people that book it for annual, like it's always every year they do the same trip. So there's a lot of times that are blocked out that you can't go visit, and I want to be able to just pick up and fucking go. So I wanted to be able to look into a new Airbnb. So we were looking into that if we were to stay here, because Maddie was going to apply for a job that was coming available, I don't know, in October or something. And I have just decided that I can't do it. I can't with the weather. The weather is so inconsistent. It hurts my body so bad. I don't remember if I talked about this on the last pod. I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't. I recently in therapy was just talking to my therapist about how I know that I feel like being a mom is something that I've been so excited about my entire life up until I started really dealing with my fibro and realizing how bad that it affects me. And sometimes like my body is dead weight. Like it takes every fucking muscle I have to get up to go to the fucking bathroom. Okay. Or I'm crawling on my knees to go to the bathroom because I can't stand up and physically walk because my ankles feel like they're going to snap. Like it's just crazy shit. But what was the moral of my story? Oh, I've been wanting to just get this pass so that I could pick up and leave whenever, because I guess the flights are like cheap as fuck, like round trip $50 cheap. And it's obviously, there's a lot of things that go into that, a lot of filters that are like, you have to, they obviously get cheaper. Like if you wait until the night before the flight and you buy it, then it's cheap as hell, or like whatever. So it's a lot of like random sporadic trips that you don't plan, is basically the use for the pass. And that's why we needed another place in Arizona if I was going to stay in Nebraska. But I've decided that we just need to fucking move to Arizona, because I just know that I love it there. I know I'm meant to be there. And I told my therapist that I want to be a mom, but since dealing with my fibro, that has really not been a priority of mine, because there's no fucking way. There's no way, if I can't even take care of myself, that I'm going to fucking be able to take care of a whole child. Like, no way. So I just know, for the benefit of us, that like, yeah, it sucks and I wish I could put up with it and everything. I just feel like it's way more emotionally and physically taxing on my body than it is to just pick up and move. So and I also really want to live in a very minimalistic lifestyle when we move there, because like in Nebraska, we literally get all 4 seasons like 4 times a year. Every season, you get every season. And I feel like we have to keep so many different fucking clothes on hand, and we have different closets that we rotate, that we're like, oh yeah, our summer closet and our winter closet. I fucking hate that. Don't get me wrong. This bitch loves a good sweatsuit, okay? A matching set is my fucking definition, okay? But the whole like, I lost my mind. I mean, I didn't lose my mind. The whole situation about, I lost my train of thought. The whole situation about switching closets and just having so much excess shit, and like Ugg boots and this and that and like hunter boots, and it's just so much. I just fucking hate it. I just want to have matching biker set, workout sets, legging sets, sweat sets. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I want to wear. I want to be able to wear shorts every fucking day. I don't want to have to worry about wearing fucking sweatpants, and possibly that's not going to be warm enough. Like, no, are you kidding? Ugh. I need to live somewhere warm. So for my physical and mental health, we will be moving to Arizona. We have a trip planned there in May, and we're going to spend it looking at apartments. I've been watching probably, 400 fucking videos on TikTok of apartment tours. And I've found so many that are great. And there's so many that I told Maddie that I was like, I know that if we move, I want to live somewhere that either has a gym that has crazy good fucking amenities like Lifetime, where I can spend my whole fucking day there, edit a podcast episode, also get a workout, also get a smoothie, also get a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously not literal, but that kind of situation. I wanted something that had that kind of variety. And there is a couple apartment complexes. Well, there's quite a few, but a couple that I found that are reasonably priced that I'm willing to, give up a little bit of square footage to be able to have the amenities that they have, like indoor pickleball courts and full-size basketball courts and Olympic-size lap pools and full 2-story gyms and a cardio room and just crazy shit. I would love to be able to live someplace like that where I would be able to skimp on our square footage a little bit if we're getting all of those amenities. Because at the end of the day, yes, whatever we're doing, like, you want to live like you're broke. We are broke right now. But at the end of the day, you want to live like you're broke, right? Like, you want to make sure that you're saving money, and you just want to always feel like you don't need to always spend money to do something. And that is really hard in Omaha, especially because there's not a whole lot of outdoor things. You can't do outdoor things, like, I don't know, 6 months out of the year. So it just is kind of shitty, especially for my fibro. So I just feel like I want to live somewhere warm. I want to live somewhere that has great amenities. And I told her that I was like, I'm willing to sacrifice some square footage if we can, be able to have a place that when you come home every day, we can go play pickleball, or we can go, there's always something to do. We have recently loved playing pool, and Train has a pool table in his basement that I'm looking at right now as I record this. But we love when he's out of town and we come over and we can shoot. But I just love the quality time we get to spend together that's not, I also have asthma, so it's hard for me when we go on hikes and stuff that are really far or really high elevation or whatever. Like, that's really hard for me. So it's nice when we can just spend a nice quality walk together to the pickleball court, play some pickleball. I've never picked up a pickleball paddle in my life, but I'd love to learn, especially with the free amenities. That's what I'm saying. There's so much to do. We just bought our first basketball a couple weeks ago because there's some hoops by our house that we love to go shoot at. And it's just been nice to get out of the fucking house. Like, I'm so tired of fucking being in the house. And I want to have a cozy little apartment that I can come home to that just has just enough furniture, not too much furniture. Like, right now we have 2 entry sunrooms. There's one on either side of our house. So there's furniture in both of those. And then there's furniture in the podcast studio room, and there's furniture in the living room, and there's furniture in the bedroom. And there's just so much shit. And right now that I'm looking at Train's basement, I'm looking at a nice big chair in the corner with a coffee table, the fish tank, a nice little bar that has 3 stools. Then I'm sitting on a little bistro. I'm sitting on a little bistro set over here by the door. There's a little bench on either side of the pool table. There's another little bistro set behind the couch. There's a nice sectional. Like, damn, there's just so much shit. Like, so many places to sit. And I love that. But it just feels like if you don't fill it all up, it feels empty. Oh God, the neighbor dog is outside, and she just loves to bark. That's all she does is fucking bark. It drives me nuts. But she isn't out for very long usually, which is nice. Yeah, but I just don't want to also pay so much money to fill a big fucking area. Like, I want a nice square. I want a nice queen bed. Right now we have a king, and it's just too big. We just don't need a fucking king size bed, especially for our house. It's an older house, so it's small, and it just takes up so much fucking room. And I just want a nice smaller area. I want minimalistic shit. I just want to take the podcast studio room furniture as our living room furniture. It's a nice small little green couch, we can add little side tables. There's some lamps in there. I love that. That's perfect. That's all we fucking need. We're going to get a queen size bed, and everything else is fine. Like, I just don't need, right now it sucks because right now I feel like we do need more space. I love that we have a smaller area, I guess, but I feel like we just feel the need to fill all these areas, and we don't like, I don't know. We don't have enough room in our room because our house is so small, because we have 4 fucking seasons worth of clothes for each person and shoes. And so we just constantly fucking need somewhere to put stuff when we're not using it, but we still need it. So it's just like an absurd amount of shit. And I'm just so tired of carrying it around. It just feels heavy all the time that we just have a ton of stuff everywhere all the time. So anyway, I probably talked about 10 minutes about that. What else? Having anxiety going places alone sucks. I literally will have a list of things that I want to do or get done, and I will literally get in my car and I'll drive there and I'll get in the parking lot and I will drive right back home. I don't understand why I do that and why I don't have, it just feels the same about the whole podcast situation, that I can get everything set up and I can't press play. So I'm not sure, but we're working on it because I need to branch out a little bit more and feel more comfortable being alone, which is nice because I did do that a lot while Maddie was away for her training. I did go to Target a lot or wherever, Trader Joe's and places like that. Like I feel like I did spend time outside of my house, which was nice. So I want to make sure that I keep doing that because it's good for my mental health. What else? What does it say? Oh yeah, I wrote this before Maddie went on training. So it says like, oh yeah, I'm going to try to do that when Maddie's gone for training. I did, so I'm happy. And I said I wanted to deep clean the front room, which I did, period. Look at this. I'm so happy right now. And clean out my craft bin, which I did. Clean out Maddie's side before she left, so I still need to do my side. I think that was side of the bed, but I also did that, so that's nice. And I took all my pills every single day, morning and night, except for the morning that I needed to refill them because I forgot. So very proud of myself for that too, because sometimes I slip on that. I feel like I'm really good in the morning, or I'm really good at night, and then in the mornings I just forget and I go about my day and I never see it again because I don't go back in my bedroom next to my bed. Sometimes I do for a nap because don't get me wrong, a bitch loves a good nap. Also, we can talk about talk about shows. Oh, reading has been nice. Mention my book. All right. Reading has been nice. I told you guys I finished that Told You So by Macy Neely from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And it was so fucking good. I really love, is that autobiographies? Whatever. I love those because I feel like when you already see somebody on TV and they get to give you like a full deep dive backstory of their entire life, like it's really cool to get to see that, like to get to read that. And I feel like you just get to know the person a little bit more, which is super cool. But I also started reading Janette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mom Died. Oh my God. I remember when she released her last book, or her most recent one, Half His Age, I think it's called. And she went on Call Her Daddy, but I don't remember the full situation. So once I'm done with the last, I think 70 pages of this book, I'm going to go and re-listen to it so that I can, just hear her talk about it, because I am mind fucked by this book. Like, whoa. She talks about literally her whole childhood, her whole upbringing, how she lived, in her, how her house was like a hoarding house, and it just was crazy. The things that her mom did because she was bipolar and manic, and just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I just can't believe that, because when you watch her on iCarly, which she also writes about in her book, she obviously comes off as this what the fuck, whatever. And that not everybody is that kind of person that they are on TV. But when you're younger as kids, I feel like you're more just playing the part how you would play the part. So that's why it always feels most authentic, because kids aren't actually trying. Anyway, not that they aren't trying. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, she talks about her book, in her book, she talks about iCarly and about how she, her mom was giving her showers at 16. And I just can't, it's crazy. You just have to fucking watch it. My jaw was on the fucking floor halfway through this book. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot put this down. This is crazy. I also watched, the Lamar Odom Untold Life and Death documentary or whatever with Khloe Kardashian on Netflix. And that was really also weird. I can't believe, I guess I was too young and just wasn't focused on the Kardashians at that time in my life, but I never realized what she really went through with Lamar when he overdosed or whatever had happened. And that was crazy. Like the money that he spent and where the places he went, like that was wild. And the things that he said, even now, still today, like I saw a clip the other day on TikTok that I think she was talking to her friend Malika, and she's like, I just thought it was rude that he said in his documentary that he was only with me for clout, basically, for attention and fame, because he had said something about like, oh, well, I saw her life and I saw the way that her and her family lives and I want that life. And like, I totally understand, like from an outside perspective looking in, obviously you'd want to be a Kardashian. Everybody loves their lifestyle and stuff. We get it. But to pursue a Kardashian just because of that is kind of crazy. I mean, I guess that's probably why it's really hard for them to find actual relationships, because of that situation. But that was also something you should watch. That was crazy. Yeah. And then my next topic to talk about is that I'm just going to read this real quick and then we'll double back on it. I wrote, we want to move to Florida or back to Arizona. It's literally because of the weather and the life that I want for my kids. As telling my therapist, I want the best version of me as a friend, a mom, a wife, and a daughter, but I can't be in this weather, and that breaks my heart. I would resent my mom if she knew that she had the chance to move and start a different life before she became a mom, to do something about it, to be present in their life. Like, I would be upset. Okay, yeah. So which we already kind of touched base on, but I feel like I would be upset if I knew that my mom had this condition that would have been better living in a different state, and she didn't take care of that before she had kids so she could have been active and, able. Like, that's one thing that's really hard for me. I feel like I really do want to be present, and it scares me to think about bringing a kid into this world in this kind of weather. First of all, in this world in general, but that aside, with this weather, for me personally, I just know that, postpartum is really hard. And I feel like with already having seasonal depression, on the off chance that I have a baby in the winter, I don't know what I would do. Like, I just think that would be very, very, very isolating for me. I used to nanny for a family who the baby was born, I think, in November, and we stayed in the house every single day, besides like walks in the, like where I wore him in the carrier around the neighborhood or in a stroller, like until probably March, April, like so many months that we stayed inside and didn't do anything, didn't go anywhere. And like, I totally understand, because like I'm a nanny, not a mom, but it just was terrible for my mental health. I was like, I can't believe this is actually, like, I feel like I have postpartum depression and I didn't even partum. Yeah, I just can't. That can't be me. There's no way. Like, I have to do whatever I can to be able to avoid that happening, because I don't want to have to face that super dark challenge. One second, I'm gonna take a drink of water. So good. Maddie tracked down, the other day we went to like 3 Targets. We went to one in Council Bluffs, one in Omaha. Oh, and then we called the one in Lincoln, and they all had said that this new Brewmate collab that they had was still in the back and that they hadn't put it out yet. And I guess Brewmate had also posted that like they had a few weeks to roll it out, but it was the drop date when we went to go look for it. So anyway, they were like, just keep checking back. And I was like, yeah, I'm at the store in Council Bluffs. I'm like, yeah, I live in Blair. I'm not going to keep checking back here. I'm sorry, but like, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to keep checking back here. Unfortunately, that's not going to be something that's feasible for me. I think that's just a little silly. So Maddie I went home. She ended up going to like run on the track or something while I took a nap. And when I woke up from my nap, she had the cup, and I was like, shut the fuck up. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And this stupid fucking cup, of course, so it's the Brewmate 40 ounce Era Flip. So it has the same like chewy straw as the regular Era, and it fits in the cup holder, and it's leak proof. But this one the flip thing is like, it slides over the straw so that it's fully covered, and so that like nothing can touch the straw or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm down with that. I got to try it. So I saw this one on TikTok, and it is like peach and pink gingham. And I was like, oh, that literally is the fucking bottle of the summer. I'm going to need that. When is the release date? Found the release date. Apparently the peach and pink one is only exclusive to Targets. And the other one in the collab, the same collab, released in the same fucking day, is available online and like at Shields and Dick's and all these other places. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so annoying. So I was super discouraged and really fucking irritated. And I was so happy when I woke up and I found out that she got me the cup. I was like, oh my God, where'd you get it? I'm so excited. She was like, literally, I was looking while I was on my run. I was walking around the track and I kept checking the Target app at the same store that we went to the first time this morning, because they said, well, we're going to try to get them out. Like, they're looking for them right now. Like, they're going to try to get them out today. And I guess they like ended up putting them in the system, and Maddie said that they were available, and she called and they said like, yeah, we're putting them out right now. And she was like, okay, like, can you set one aside? And they were like, no, I don't do that. Which is annoying, because they said they were going to do that when I fucking went there, and I was like, can you write my name down? And they were like, yeah, we can do that. Like, fuck you. That's so irritating. I was very unimpressed with Target and their service. Anyway, she ended up going there. She said this was the last one. It was just sitting there. It was the last fucking one. All the other ones had already been put out. And she's like, well, if each store only got like 15 of them, you know, like, imagine how many fucking employees took them before they got to the shelf. And I was like, fuck you. That's so true. I didn't even think about that. But so I'm so happy she got it for me. I also, before we got this cup, I had already ordered the one from the most recent ActaWear Hydro Jug collab. Well, it was an ActaWear collab with somebody. And they ended up releasing this cup that was like blue and white checker, but it was kind of like, it was a mimic of like Mackenzie Childs, of like kind of hand painted-ish look, but it also had cherries on it. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cute. So I ordered that because I thought that I missed the drop for that, and I thought I was going to sell out. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna have to decide which one I want. But as soon as Maddie gave me this pink and gingham one, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to keep that. Sorry, I'm washing it right now so I can use it. And I've been using it like the last 2 days. So happy. But I am still waiting for the Hydro Jug. We'll see what it looks like in person and if I keep it. I'm sure I will, because I'm sure I have to fucking pay money to send it back. And at that point, I spent more money on the fucking shipping than I did on the cup. So anyway, what else is on here? Oh, so I recently have wanted to call my doctor. I'm supposed to call right now, today anyway, because I've been having really bad stomach issues the last week. I've had a really bad flare up. And my intestines are just like inflamed and everything hurts my stomach, which is normal for me. I feel like I normally, as an IBS girly, we normally have problems with anything you eat. It doesn't matter how fucking flavorful it is. But unfortunately, this was carrying on a little too long for my liking. So I need to call the doctor anyway and see what we can do about that, and see if it has anything to do with the medicine I'm on. And I also was on birth control, and I am not taking that. So I was taking it for like my pain symptoms. I get really bad period cramps, and like, it is just like, I don't even know. I'm bedridden for at least 2 days. Like, it just, the pain is excruciating, and not much. Tylenol doesn't help a whole lot. Like, it just is, it is what it is. So I got on birth control for that, and I don't get a period. Amen. But I'm hoping that that hasn't compromised anything for me for when we try to have a baby. But we are also looking into that situation. I need to ask my doctor about that, recommendations for a specialist for that, as well as possibly getting a boob reduction, a breast reduction, because your girl's dying over here. First of all, it is what it is. I don't give a fuck what they look like. Like, they can look like shit, but they're causing me pain. So I feel like with my fibro, it way got worse. It got a lot worse, but now, like, gravity just isn't your friend, girl. Okay. And you can try every fucking bra on the market, but when they weigh 5 pounds each, the fucking straps, whatever straps you have, aren't gonna fucking do it. Okay, they are gonna fucking hurt your shoulders then. Like, great, you're holding them up, but like your shoulders are taking the fucking heat for it. For me, I feel like that's like my neck. My neck really, I don't know if it's not the bras that I wear because it's any fucking bra, but my shoulders run into my neck and just like that pain is killer. And so sometimes it's worse wearing a bra than it is not wearing a bra, but it hurts to not wear a bra because gravity hates me. And the skin on my chest, I feel like it just pulls. And I know from past experience with like my thighs and stuff, when your skin is stretching and you're getting stretch marks, it itches just like it would like a scab healing or something like that. So that's kind of the situation that's happening, but like in the middle of my sternum. So it's really itchy and didn't realize it, but I think in the middle of my sleep, I was itching it really bad and I woke up and I had like terrible fucking scratches all on my chest. And it just is terrible. I want to be able to wear my baby. I want to be able to not have to wear an extra 10 pounds on my chest. Like I would love to like not have to wear a bra. That is really my main goal, is that like I'd love for them to be lighter, way less, and that I'm not going to have to wear a bra to where the straps are also digging into my fucking shoulders because I'm dying. But yeah, so I need to talk to my doctor about all of those things. So I should do that. Anyway, my favorite 5. Wow. I ended up putting down for this week, my favorite 5 are my car wash membership. I love a good car wash membership. When the fucking vacuums work and they're that girl, like, and there's nothing better than a clean fucking car. I feel like a whole new bitch. Pop off, queen. I just want to get a new car. I need to stop being so annoying about it, but I really want to get a new car. I know that sounds stupid and I'm trying to be more grateful for the things that I have, but man, there's some vehicles on the market that have caught my attention. Let me tell you. Ugh. Next, Fruit Riot, specifically the pineapple. Holy shit, I can eat this until my fucking mouth bleeds. This shit is so fucking good. It is so fucking fresh. There is some pieces, I will say, Fruit Riot do a little bit better on this. The core gets in there a little bit, where there's some pieces that are just really fucking hard because it's core and it's not like fresh pineapple. That bothers me. But other than that, wow. I cannot say enough good things about this fucking Fruit Riot pineapple. Oh my God, it's so good. I haven't tried the Sour Patch Kid tropical ones because I don't know. I tried the mango and I was unimpressed, and then I was nervous to try another fucking bag, which is for like $6 fucking a bag. So I was like, I'm not just gonna be out here trying shit for $6 a pop. But I was like, I'll just stick with tried and true and know what's good. Yeah, never thought I'd say this, but reading. We already talked about it, but finished the Told You So book by Macy Neely, and then I'm almost done with the Janette McCurdy Glad My Mom Died. So I'm excited to pick up a new book. I am not sure exactly what's going to be my next one. I think I saved a book by Jim Carrey. I don't remember the name of it, but apparently it has to do with, I don't know, the corrupt government and random shits like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So like, I want to read that. So that might be my next one, but 3, wow, that's only 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I will say it, I've said it 1,000 times. I've said it on TikTok. I've said it on Instagram. I think I found a fucking influencer. Well, hold on. We'll just say my number 4 is the cup that I just got, that we already talked about. My new Brewmate Era Flip 40 ounce tumbler. It is pretty cute. I love it. She's adorable. She works great. She is leak proof. I love that she fits in a cup holder. Yeah, she's definitely the cup for the summer. I love her. Cup for the summer. Anyway, my influencer that I'm obsessed with right now, literally, her name is Brandon Cook. Is that not so fucking cute for a girl's name? Like, I'm sorry, what? She literally is the most like iconic mom. Like, has 2 kids. I think one's 4 and one's like a year, maybe. I don't know if I'm getting that right. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I'm obsessed with her. I love that she is a mom, but she posts content that doesn't have anything to do with her kids. It's all about her, or gardening, or like whatever the fuck she's into. Or, you know, she also has like I think she has a master's degree in something childhood. She also was like, I think she was a elementary teacher, and like she has counseling background. Anyways, moving on. She's fucking fire. First of all, she's fucking hilarious. Like, she just makes the funniest fucking videos. She's so real. She's so authentic, and like, she doesn't give a fuck. And I fucking love that. And I think I posted this on my TikTok just recently, but she had posted on her Instagram stories, maybe, a question box, like, ask me anything. And I was like, can I come to Oklahoma and interview you for my podcast? And she was like, oh my God, this was on my 2026 bucket list. I was just telling my mom about this. And like, listen, I ain't no big shot creator. All right. I ain't no big wig, but we're going to fake it until we fucking make it. All right. And if that means that I'm going to reach out to the people that I think are the most fucking authentic and really get my vibe and really want to share that with my side of my little corner of the internet, girl, our corner is tiny, but we can grow it. We can grow it. Okay. We can grow it. Anyways, but I literally love her. She's so fucking hilarious. And she said, yes, I could do that as long as I promised that I would go find something else fun to do in Oklahoma City, because apparently there's a lot that's fun to do there. And I have never been. So, but I just thought that would be so cool. I'm pretty sure it's not that far from me, within driving range, that I could drive down there, get a hotel, stay a day, drive back. Like, I'm down for that little weekend trip. But I thought that would be cool to have her on the pod. So I'm going to Colorado at the end of this month for my cousin's graduation, period. I'm pretty sure she's graduating with a master's, because she is that bitch. Okay. She is that bitch. Let me tell you, body tea, brain tea, face fire. Okay. Like, she's fire. I fucking love her. Okay. And I am so fucking proud of her, and I'm really excited to be able to celebrate with her. So I'm looking forward to that trip. I think me and my grandma are going to drive down there and stay for a couple days. I think probably 4 or 5 days. And then we're going to drive back. So I'm pumped for that, but I am going to see if she will be on my podcast to talk about literally anything. Like, I literally we were so close when we were younger, and we just have really grown apart naturally because we don't live in the same area. But we also, all three of us, her sister and me, we're the 3 grandkids. We all kind of just pursued different things. And so we all kind of have our own little avenue of whatever the fuck we like to do. And this is mine. So I'm so excited that hopefully she'll be pumped to be on. And maybe I can interview we'll see how many interviews I can get done while I'm there in a few days. We have a nice hotel room that will give us, I don't know how nice. We'll see. My grandpa's booking it. So fingers crossed it's good. The last one he put us in Colorado was very scary, I will say. It was very not Marriott-like of Marriott. But anyway, yeah, so I will see how many people I can interview while I'm there. Hopefully my aunt, my cousin Cassidy, and my cousin Natalie, who's graduating. So we'll see. Everybody has a different walk of life. My aunt's been teaching for like 30 years or something like that, in elementary school to middle school grades, and she loves it. And so maybe I'll interview her and whatever. Anywho, well, I feel like this was a pretty good episode. I really am proud of myself for just doing the audio, even though it's not what I wanted, and I know that I wanted to do the video, but I'm really proud of myself because mentally just these last few weeks has been tough, with Maddie being gone, with family health problems, with everything. I just feel like it's just been a lot, and I really haven't given myself enough credit for the fact that I started this podcast in the first place. So pat on the back for that. And I'm just excited to see where this podcast goes. I'm excited to know that we have a couple guests that are willing to come on and make a few trips out of it. So hopefully I can make some content on TikTok about that, about, pack with me. I've been looking out for some brands to hopefully partner with, but we'll see. I can only dream big. So that's what I'll do. Anyways, I love you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I guess we'll leave it there. See ya.